At the Imperial War Museum, we want to explore history through personal experiences of war. 70 years ago this year, in May 1940, the evacuation from Dunkirk started, and Vic Viner was sent to the beaches to rescue the troops. Here, he shares his story.
When the war started, I was in China with the China fleet. We worked our way back towards the United Kingdom. We were sent down to Dover to board a destroyer and to go across to Dunkirk. We were told that we would take the ship's whaler and the ship's motorboat to the beach to try and bring off as many soldiers as we could. When I arrived on the beaches, of course, we found the troops in columns, and they were just waiting to know what to do, because no longer could they use the mole, they could no longer use the harbour. So it was the beach was the only place to get them off. Our aim was to get as many off as possible. I believe the original order was for 40,000, and as you know, we succeeded in bringing off 366, and of course 100,000 Frenchmen as well, which people probably don't realise. All you could hear them were saying that, thank God we found the sea, you know, and for some reason or other they just knew that when they reached the sea they would be safe. And that's why when you've seen in recent films, you see them wading out. Some were actually trying to walk to England. I, with 3 others, were rowing a 27-foot whaler, and we got as many soldiers aboard as we could, and they were absolutely worn out, obviously. They still had all their equipment, and so we rowed our whaler back to the destroyer, unloaded them, went back again to the beach, and the surf was still running, and it was very hard work to go through the surf. And after the 3 trips we decided that it's just something that we couldn't carry on with. When the Dunkirk little ships arrived on the 29th, it made life much easier that we could get them into the little ships and carry them out to the waiting ships to take them back to Dover and Ramsgate, places like that. It would have been a couple of years later on before I realised just how important the job had been. There was a splendid operation of helping each other, and without them getting back, we would have. I, like my colleagues who are still alive today, we still maintain, and unless we had that nucleus back, we would have had very little to build on.